Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I was young when I seen what I was meant for. Them street themes I be dreaming through my headphones. My mama used to say that I was headstrong. Thought I could make it on my own, but I was dead wrong. Slid to my pops in search of a better spot.
BIGG CEASER. It's been over a decade since I talked to this man, so very grateful to have you on the show. Rum Chats, sponsored by Mauvais Garçon, a restaurant out in Montreal in Griffintown. So shout out to them. And I'll introduce yourself, my dude. Go ahead. Let's hear it. What's up?
My name is BIGG CEASER, aka your favorite rapper's ghostwriter. No, I'm kidding. Producer, rapper, artist, multimedia specialist, hip hop historian,
jack of all trades,
sneaker junkie, cannabis enthusiast.
Me too,
a whole
bro.
lot of things, you know.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Oh yeah. What are you smoking on today?
Kush cookies.
Black Diamond quads.
Yeah. Nice, definitely.
Yeah.
Good strength. But,
very good. Love it.
So when I was on your Instagram after following you after all these years, I noticed that you were BPD advocate, a bipolar disorder advocate, right?
No, it's borderline. Well, I'm a mental health advocate.
That's what our podcast is basically about. This is the mini series, and then the podcast that I did with Spit and Image. That's about like mental health in the arts and stuff. So we talk a lot.
That's my whole vibe right now. It's the BPD thing for me is borderline personality disorder.
My bad, I mixed them up. That's
right. No worries.
Borderline personality disorder.
For me, it's mental health awareness in general, and more so. And this is just my own personal experience, right? I find that like males, and even more so black males, indigenous males, minority males are bred by society to like never let him see you weak, never let him see you cry. Like you're supposed to just be on all the time. You know what I mean?
It's like that for men in general, I think. Just even men, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like that for men, but
yeah, the minority groups, definitely. For sure, I agree with you on that, for sure. But in men in general, definitely, because I suffer from it too, you know what I mean? So that was my point in making the podcast, to be honest and be upfront with my listeners, let them know, look, I'm not fronting on you, you know, I'm real, I'm going to keep it authentic. I'm going to bring you stories from the artists that you like, that you would never expect to hear, because no one wants to talk about this, you know? They talk about it on Bell Let's Talk Day, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, man. I find people talk too much about shit that I don't give a shit about. I don't want to watch an interview about like what kind of girls you like to fuck, or like what your favorite drink is, or like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care how many fucking pairs of Jordans you got. It don't fucking matter to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to know, like, I like real stories. I like real people. I like real music. Like I like real. You know what I mean? And I don't mean real like the cliche. Like the cliche, keep it real. I mean real, like I just like real people. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro. Because it's always been like that ever since when I've known you back in the day. Like because you were living in Ottawa for a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the time I met you. I think I met you through Skrilla. Remember D Skrilla?
No, I'm horrible.
It's probably good that you don't.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible, man.
Brother, when you said that you didn't remember me at first, I was like, I don't blame you, because it's been like over a decade. I'm not gonna hold that on anybody, you know what I mean? But I still hit you up out of respect, because I knew you were the old homie, so I wanted to talk to you, catch up, and I'm glad that we're catching up.
You get my age, bro, and you don't remember shit. Like when you get my age, you don't remember nothing. And like on top of that, on top of just my age, like I smoke a lot of weed, man. You know what I mean? I don't smoke a little bit of weed. I smoke a lot of weed, and I don't remember a lot of things, man. Like the hardest thing for me now is like remembering lyrics to songs and shit. That shit is hard for me. You know what I mean? and especially because I'm always making new music. You know what I mean? Like fuck, like I have trouble retaining fucking lyrics. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting older. My short-term memory is shot because of pot. And yeah, man. So I don't really like. I remember people, and I don't mean this as disrespect to anybody, but
no.
I remember the people that like I really got into something with. You know, like we dug our teeth into a project together, or we did something political together, or you know what I mean? Like we had some sort of life experience together that forces you to remember people, you know?
Yeah, we had a plan when I was doing music back in the day, and when we were talking, we had a plan to do some joints and shit, but we just never, our schedules never like connected right, so we ended up stopped talking and drifting, and I went through my breakdown and I deleted my whole catalog, you know, so.
I did that 2 years ago. I had over 1 million views on fucking YouTube, man, and I fucking took my page down.
You know what I mean? Some days you're just like, fuck it, man, I don't care no more. Like, yeah. I don't give a fuck about these views, you know, I don't give a fuck about their monetary value coming in. Fuck it, delete. Like, that's what I did, bro.
I think for me is like, I'm at that age now. That's why, like, I'm really like looking at like even with DUZZINS, like my focus right now is like I'm gonna finish up the last few things that I'm doing, but I'm really gonna focus on him. You know what I mean? Like I feel like my position now at the age that I'm at and where I'm comfortable and what I like doing, I just want to be in studio creating something dope. But I want to be behind something that's dope, you know? And I fucking, like, I don't have to leave my house to do my job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Fucking, that's where I'm at. Like, I have no urge to be, like, I rap still because I'm good at it. It's not like I'm shitty at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I rap because I'm good at it. But
you are.
I really don't like care about like, oh, you got to do shows, you got to do this, you got to do like none of that shit fucking matters to me. I don't care. Like I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me.
Bro. Definitely.
So I'm like the anti star. Like I would never get signed to a label because fucking I don't actually want to be a fucking. I don't want to be famous at all. I'd rather produce.
That's my thing. Like, if I got a big buzz on my music back in the day, you know, and they're like, "Yo, sign this contract," I'd be like, "No." You know, I'd be like, "I'll stay independent. If I could get paid, I'll get paid." You know, but I'd rather not have the fucking cameras flashing and shit.
I'd rather produce a record, man. I'd rather create the music, and then when it's done, you can do whatever you're gonna do with it. You want to be famous? Go be famous. I don't care. Go do whatever.
I'd rather find the artist to put on the right beats, man, and just be the right producer and the right person to put them on the beats that they need. But speaking of music, that track that you sent me, how'd that come about? That you said that was your artist that's on the hook, right? That manager.
I finished the album, but musically, I have an album done right now.
Mm-hmm.
Called A Story Untold. And it's a timepiece that basically starts when I'm 9 years old and ends when my son is 4. That's basically the time, you know?
Yeah.
And I tell this my untold story, like my real life story from basically 9 years old until my son is 4.
That's what's up. That sounds dope.
Manitou is a song about when I was about 15.
Okay.
And if you listen to the song at the beginning, in the intro, I was only 15, right? And I'm like, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But if you listen to the album, there's an interlude right before that song on the album called Dorothy. And it's my mother, like my actual mom,
right,
telling the story, and she's in the subway station, and she's telling the story about when he was 13, years old, he wanted to dance to his own drum and and blah blah blah, and he said he wanted to go live with his dad, and I didn't want him to go, but I let him go anyway. And she tells this whole story of me wanting to go live with my father. And when I left to go live with my father, that lasted about a year, and then I was on my own ever since. And the friends that I made at that time, it was up north in North Bay, Ontario. and there was a native P's, the projects there, the native housing projects on the west side of North Bay. It's called Manitou. That's the name of the hood.
Okay.
And like all the homies that I made and stuff lived in those P's. So I spent mad time in those P's. So all the stories that you hear about in that song is about that hood and the people that I came up with during that period of time in my life.
I like that. And that album, when are you having that drop? You dropping that?
I have no idea.
Can I get a Rum Chat sneak peek at it?
When?
Whenever you want to send it over.
Oh shit, you crazy. I don't know about all that. I don't know if I can do that.
Bro, come on. I got Spitting Image exclusives here nobody's heard. I ain't dropped them. I'm good for it.
No, I hear you. It's not that. It's like I'm playing,
bro. I understand the process.
I play shit real close. Like I play shit closer than everybody else does.
I hear you.
Like I play shit really close. You know.
I'm playing. I hear you.
But that's just me. That's my way. I have 5 people. This is a real thing. I have 5 people that whenever I'm working on shit or like I want to bounce something off of somebody or whatever, or I'm like, yo, like here's a peek. I got 5 people that I send it to.
Okay.
And they're 5 completely different people, but 3 of them don't even listen to hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they're people that I trust. I trust them to be honest with me. First of all.
That's what you need.
Second of all, one of them is a girl. She's in her 30s. She's a white girl in her 30s. She's from the country.
Yeah.
So she's like, that's like the white girl demographic, you know? So I bounce everything off of her. Everything.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? You know what I mean? And she won't be, sometimes it's not like, oh, I don't like the lyrics or whatever, but it's like, it feels like that feels too angry or this or that or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because you can make, music is music, right?
Yeah.
There's either good music or bad music. And if you make good music, then people who don't normally listen to rap music will still listen to your music.
Word, real talk.
Because the music is good.
Yes,
regardless of the genre. So it's important to get the opinions of people who they're not listening to your music the same as like a hip hop head will listen to your music, or the same as your boys, or like people like that. Like people most of the time will either just tell you it's good because they don't feel like talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's good, and then they just keep the conversation moving. Like
or
people won't be honest with you. I tell people, when people are like, yo, I want to send you some shit, I'll be like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to send me some shit? Because I'm going to tell you really what I feel like.
Yeah.
I'll break the whole shit down, you know what I mean? And it's not because, oh, my opinion is the only one that matters.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me for an opinion, I'm going to give you an opinion.
And it's like yesterday, speaking on opinion, like how you messaged me, how I messaged you about why you said no to the poll. I was like, why is he saying no when I'm saying I want to do a reflection? Because in the way I meant reflection, I meant reflect on the person he was. You know what I mean? Like I want to honor him, not like reflect on like all the struggles he had and like. But you know what I think? Regardless.
Yeah, I think a lot of things, right? One of the main things that I think is when somebody passes, right? And I understand, man. I understand that a lot of us are affected by people's music. I understand a lot of us feel close to people because of the music that they put out. Yeah. I get all that, you know?
Yeah.
But we're not his family. We're not the people that were at the hospital with him. We're not the people that are like affected really by him dying. Like, yeah, the world's gonna miss him as an artist, but really, DMX hasn't put out a record in 10 years. It's not, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we're not like.
You're not wrong. The way I was looking at it was,
I just feel that the people who publicly should be out there, like doing that should be the people that were close. You know what I mean?
Right, I feel you.
Like when the Locks do something, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's like. I see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because of his relationship with the Rough Rider days. You know what I mean? They've had an active relationship with him. And one of the latest songs that he's on is a song he did with them for their new album. He did a song on a video with them. That's one of the last things he's done.
Yeah,
right? So, like, that makes sense to me if they do it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro. It ain't more what it's about. It ain't no animosity or nothing. I just asked you straight up. You know, I came at you and just asked, like, why no? You know, I just wanted to know, why do you say no? Because I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm obviously gonna ask it, and you're gonna give it to me real, like I'm asking for. So, you know, I appreciated it, but you know what I mean. And after I thought about it,
really, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? No, I'm also not the supporter of putting out people's music after they die either. Like, once it's gone, that's it. Like, there shouldn't be no more music. When they were alive, they gave us their body of work when they were alive. That's what they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole people putting out music after they're gone and like all this stuff, and people like, oh, you know, people say a whole things, you know. Yo, Jay-Z did the realest shit ever. Did you see what Jay-Z did?
No.
Jay-Z and Beyonce paid Rough Riders or whoever it was, maybe Sony, I don't know, maybe both actually. But Jay-Z and Beyonce paid $10 million for DMX's entire catalog and gave it to his kids.
That's what's up.
To his kids. So now his kids get the people in DMX for the rest of the time, you know? And the next, when all DMX's records go, the sales go up because he just died, right? So the kids are going to get all that. That shit feels to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's real, and that's like a silent movement. That's just a boom, boom. You know
that's
what I mean?
Whole move. That's a Jay-Z move right there.
And that, to me, again, doing things. Like, I really like, I have people that I'm close to when they pass, like, I will be doing shit like that with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Just, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
dude.
Have the energy with me that you had before I passed. Don't like when I'm dead, everyone acting like, oh my God, and I miss him, and rah, 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 and fucking whatever. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Saying you DMX, you miss him, like you know him. Everybody's saying, oh, rest in peace, Earl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah. Earl, what up? I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. It's touchy to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel a lot of fake shit happens when people die.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everybody loves somebody when they're dead.
I mean,
yeah.
Too late. That's why this guy, man, who the motherfucker gave him the fucking crack? Let's hear about them dying this week.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel. But anyway, more positive. Rest in power, fucking DMX.
Yeah, for real. Rest in power, DMX. But yo, I hate to cut this one short. I'm gonna let you do an outro and introduce that track that you have that you sent me. So I'm gonna play it at the end of the episode. But I'm gonna bring you on again so we can have another conversation because this was a dope one. I really feel it, and I appreciate the realness throughout it.
When are we doing the interview? When are we doing that?
I'm finishing up season 1, and when I have the dates for season 2, I'm gonna let you know.
Sounds good. All right. Well, let me see if my name is Big Caesar. You can catch me everywhere online at Big Caesar Music. BIGCEASERMUSIC. Caesar Music. I producer the moniker Real Audio, so whenever you see produced by Real Audio, it's me. If you ever want some beats and you want some real beats from a real nigga, holler at me. I'm easy to find.
I'm gonna holler at you because I'm gonna start writing an EP soon.
That's what I'm talking about. Graphic design. I not to be like super conceited or whatever, but I'm definitely one of the top graphic designers in Canada in urban music right now. If you want to get design done or whatever, just look up at TDMGFX Creative. TDMGFX CREATIVE. TDMGFX Creative. Online, you can look up design. If you fucking want to get with me, man. I'm trying to do everything, you know? Trying to do a little bit of everything and nothing at once. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here, yo. And keep your eyes out for DUZZINS. DUZZINSMUSIC. DUZZINS music. Everywhere online. We're about to fucking pump shit out, man. Fucking the first single is done. It's called Afro. It's fucking amazing. Smoke talk louder. I love y'all. Hip hop, you don't stop.
All right, and you want to introduce that track that we have for the end of the show?
All right, you're about to listen to a song called Manitou featuring DUZZINS by Soul Special Beats. It'll be on my upcoming album called The Story Untold, dropping whenever I feel like it.
My man. You're still my man. I'm telling you, bro. You're still the same old dude, homie, for real. But we gonna get to it on that interview soon. I'm gonna get at you, but I'm gonna have you back on this show again soon so we can chop it up again.
All right, man. Sounds good to me, brother.
All right, man. Salute.
Salute.
Peace, brother.
You want to talk about it? We can talk about it. I mean, I was really only 15, right? 15, right? I couldn't lie if I tried. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah. I was young when I seen what I was meant for. Them street themes I be dreaming through my headphones. My mama used to say that I was headstrong. Thought I could make it on my own, but I was dead wrong. Slid to my pops in search of a better spot. With nothing in my pocket but papers in a little pot. Stepmother tripping literally drove me to the block. Straight to Manitou, dipping biddies and getting wild. Too young to put your whip, I was already hitting licks. Being reckless got me pinched and booked for my first offense. From then was all in, no use in sitting on the fence. Somebody took a L for every time I paid the rent. Word to J Blaze was always on the stove. Keep warm from the cold, had to open the oven door. You know they brothers if they love you when you broke. That day you saved my life, pencil bloody on the floor. Back in Manitou.
All day we was blaze up. We was all getting caked up. Always gave it straight, no chaser. Knew we'd make it sooner or later. All day we would blaze up. We was all getting caked up. Always gave it straight, no chaser. Knew we'd make it sooner or later.
Rich or broke, it was cool. Most of us was breaking rules. Everybody pushing through. Some dudes from Manitou. Rich or broke, it was cool. Most of us was breaking rules. Everybody pushing through. Some dudes from Manitou. I used to pump food to make moves. At Galaxy, the DJ was bumping It Takes Two. Was on the dance floor, tooted, mouth on the doom. Smooth, doing the wop with a pocket of loot. Looked up to see Chris and Jake, Corey and Joe. I wasn't much for socializing, but them dudes was pros. We was bros in an instant. An hour later, a couple dudes got ignorant, trying to judge me for my pigment. The incident got tricky. Wasn't thinking my new friends would be right there with me. My homies nearly beat them racists to death. I make sure y'all straight to my last breath. Me and Jay built the wreck. Me and Corey did the stretch. Chris was getting money. Joe was leaving coochie wet. Posse player even inked it on my arm. Lived the hustle money, but the struggle made us strong back in Manitou.
All day we would blaze up. We was all getting caked up. Always gave it straight, no chaser. Knew we'd make it sooner or later. All day we would blaze up. We was all getting caked up. Always gave it straight, no chaser. Knew we'd make it sooner or later.
Rich or broke, it was cool. Most of us was breaking rules. Everybody pushing through. Some dudes from Manitou. Rich or broke, it was cool. Most of us was breaking rules. Everybody pushing through. Some dudes from Manitou.